Y'all, it is shameful what is happening to our trans brothers and sisters. This video is a bit of a balancing act for me because I want this video to empower and embolden people who identify as trans. And at the same time, I do want to speak to the people who feel afraid or confused or even angry with this idea of transgenderism. Right now, the Trump administration, newly minted, is taking a lot of measures to hurt and oppress the community of trans people that live in the United States. And it's very frightening to see. I think that trans people, for anybody out there who maybe doesn't understand what it means to be trans or anything like that, I think that trans people are not something that you necessarily have to understand, but you do have to respect that trans people are humans who have looked very deep inside themselves and tried to honor and respect what their soul is saying to them. What is gender? How can gender roles play out? What does it mean to identify as one gender or another? And there are many people who are better qualified to speak to those deep questions than I am. Trans people are not your enemy. In fact, there is something that we can learn from the people who are brave enough to tap into what I'm always talking about on this channel, which is that beautiful creative flow of energy, of truth and expression. That creativity is at the heart of what it means to be human. You have to respect that these are people who are choosing to create their own path. Creativity can be honored in this way. Not all creative acts by human beings are good. Human beings have created some pretty destructive, evil things in the world. But when you break it down, trans people are not creating something destructive for the world. They're creating something that uplifts humanity. Please look at the writing on the wall. The way that trans people are being denied passports, being denied recognition, their very existence. That kind of oppression of a specific community, whatever it might be, whatever the identity marker is, has happened throughout history. We cannot turn a blind eye to what's happening to trans people in this country. It is a problem. At the heart of being a trans person is that creativity, and that flow is God. That flow is the divine, and there is something that we can learn from that. For Donald Trump and the people in his administration to attack creativity, to attack flow, is an attack on God. That is not okay, and that is something that will haunt the nation, the people who voted for him, and the people who are oppressed by this administration. I saw a TikTok recently of a woman who survived Nazi concentration camps visiting the old camp where she was held. And she said, "That man lost. I survived." Survival in that way is connected intimately to the creative flow I'm talking about. Trans people will survive. And if you don't want to be on the side of people who are trying to push down and destroy the creative flow that God gifts humanity with, you got to see what is right in front of you. My name is Andrew Tai, world famous poet superstar, and to my trans brothers and sisters And siblings, this one's for you. I will always love you. Mwah.